Prime Minister Modi interacted with some of the top gamers of the country and also tried his hand at some virtual reality games recently. He discussed some of the persisting issues in the gaming industry with the players and said that he will work towards boosting the gaming industry in India. One of the gamers, Tirth Mehta, who interacted with Prime Minister Modi, is joining us live in this telecast. Tirth, if you can hear me, thank you for speaking with us. Tirth, if you're there.
Yeah.
All right. Please tell us about what was the interaction with the Prime Minister all about? What was his focus area when it came to gaming? And what kind of an understanding do you feel the Prime Minister was able to, in fact, inculcate from the session he had with you?
Yeah, so the meeting was mainly around discussions about the gaming industry as a whole, which includes things like casual gaming, competitive gaming, which is esports, the content creation that takes place around these games, such as YouTube live streams or videos and things like that. And along with that, also the game development industry of India, which is the essentially Indian studios making games in India itself. So we had discussion around all those. We mainly shared our journey, the challenges that we had faced, and of course the overall current status of the industry and how we can all take this forward and what the government can do to improve this.
What do you think are the concerns with the gaming industry in our country?
So I would say like the main concern is that there is first a lack of awareness in general. Most people, when you talk about gaming, they just consider gaming to be a part-time or a hobby basically, or they consider the games to be of simple nature of things like Ludo, or sometimes they even intertwine that with real money gaming. So all those are like, I would say, a major concern when it comes to the eligibility or the, I would say widespread mainstream popularity of gaming or esports in general. I would think that if there is a proper infrastructure in place that would, allow the players to essentially have a clear path from grassroots events all the way to the international events, then I think such issues would not persist anymore, and upcoming players would have a more clear idea and a clear, line of goal that they can take to achieve their dreams.
Anshu Bisht, Gamer Fleet, also joins us on the broadcast. Anshu, if you can hear me.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Hi. Thank you for speaking with us. Well, what do you think should be made aware to the Prime Minister about the gaming ecosystem and what kind of struggles and trials it is going through right now? Because there's a perception about gaming, right? There is, of course, a skill-based gaming system. There is a money-based and an illegal gaming system as well. And sometimes people are unable to differentiate between that. And everybody looks at it from the prism of, being unlawful.
So these are the basic things that we talked in the discussion we had with the Honorable Prime Minister, sir. We talked about, as Tirth Bhai said, we talked about gaming and gambling, what is gaming and gambling, and how people intertwine these two things. And we also talked about the issues that we faced while we try to make a career out of it. Like I've been in YouTube for around 7 years now. So for 5 years, when I started, I didn't earn any money. But see, my parents didn't support me at that time, which is usual, because they were from the generation where there were no mobile phones only. So their child shouting in front of camera, recording videos on games, they will obviously not think that this will make a good career, a viable career in future. So I had to prove them. I took 5 years. I gave tuitions to children. I took a lot of part-time jobs, full-time jobs with YouTube and gaming. I proved to them that yes, this is a viable career. But Prime Minister, sir, with just one meeting with all the gamers, that 7 of us here, he proved that point to a lot of households in only one meeting. And when the video will come out, you'll see that we talked about a lot of things like game development in India, and how emerging gamers can have better pace. Basically, they have better validity, that this thing is this thing is something. It's not just like gambling with your life or something.
Also talk about the fact that the Prime Minister is a big stickler for artificial intelligence. He's a big stickler for technology. He feels that digital is the future of not only India but the rest of the world as well. How important is his understanding of the gaming industry be in order for the industry to thrive and go forward?
For us, Tirth Bhai is a game developer here. So he also works with games. He develop like I only play games, but he's in development also. So that is the same thing that we talked with Honorable Prime Minister sir in the table. And the funny part was that sir already knew a lot of things that we thought we'll teach him. He already knew about open source. Basically, there are games which are open source. So if someone is playing the game, he can also make his own game in that. He can make his own experience in that game and everything. So Prime Minister sir already knew about it. He talked to us that how can we make something open source that people can come and they can make their own experiences, they can make their own games in that. For example, like how can we affiliate Swachh Bharat with games so that the upcoming generation can learn how to keep their environment clean and everything. So it was yeah.
Well, let's in fact bring in Tirth once again. Tirth, if you're there with us.
Yeah.
Tirth, same question for you. How important is going to be the role of the Prime Minister in making sure that the gaming industry, goes from strength to strength?
Yeah, so I would say it is of utmost importance because, of course, first of all, he's very influential for not only the younger generations but also the older generation as well. So it is important that if they are giving such importance to games and gamers, then I would say that it will essentially bridge the gap of disconnection that there is between the current generation of players and the older generation, and it will allow them to, explore this as a potential career path even. So I would say that is like the one important major thing that just the awareness of PMs are talking about games is a huge thing for the whole industry. And apart from that, also, sir shares some many vision that they have around game industry and game development in specific. That I would say, I would say already since 2020, since the Make in India initiative, so most of it has been already implemented. But yeah, the other like major vision that they had shared that you will soon see in the video itself as well. I would say those things will also motivate not only the Indian gamers but also the game developers from India as well. And I think all of that will, allow the industry to grow and thrive down the line.
And, Tirth, in terms of international standards in the gaming industry, where would you place India? What should we do to get to that level?
Yeah, so compared to the international market or the international situation around the gaming industry specifically, I would say we are quite lacking still. But as I said, in the recent 4 to 5 years, the growth has been significant. I would say that we have been covering up the missing places. We have been climbing up the ladder quite fast. So I'm sure that even though we are behind by I would say 5 years, I'm sure that we'll be able to cover that distance within a couple of years from now.
Couple of years. Okay, let's also understand from Anshu. Anshu, compared between India and the United States, which is perhaps considered to be a very big example when it comes to democratizing gaming, how much India lags behind?
See, when it comes to downloads and everything, like when it comes to game downloads and how many people are playing the game, India is already number one in that because we have the population, we have the people, we have the youth which wants to play games and everything. So we are already ahead in that. But where we are lacking is on capitalizing it. Like for example, if you see in USA and other countries, they have many different tournaments. They have Valorant tournaments, they have Dota tournaments, they have many tournaments to be honest, and their prize pool are around $40 million and somewhat like that, and those are public funded, not by the by some body. They are public funded, so there is for sure, we are ahead in downloads and everything, but we need to start capitalizing it as well, like how we can take the youth forward in competitive gaming, for sure. And then there is like games can be played for chilling, for relaxation as well, and but there is a huge market for esports and everything as well, which India needs to capitalize for sure.
And how about, when people want to take up gaming as a career, how do you have that conversation with the parent?
See, maximum times when I interact with when someone who knows me comes up to me with their parents, so their parent always say this thing that my child also wants to be like you. So for all the kids who are like 10, 15, I say please focus on your studies for now. Like I started when I was 19. I started when I was 19. I had completed my 12th, and then I was in graduation. So I did it beside all the things, but yes, education is very important. So I clearly tell them that yes, there is a career, as you can like. They basically not boasting, but they idealize us. They say ki, yes, I want to be like this guy as well. I want to be like Gamer Fleet. I want to be like Tirth. So they idealize as well. But I always say, I always tell them that studies first, then you can full focus on this thing, because yes, it has a career, but the chances are very low. To be honest, because there are lakhs of people who are trying to get in this field, and it is a little bit of luck, but a lot of skills as well. So you'll need those skills, and then basically people nowadays want it overnight. They want the overnight success. They want that we do something for 6 months and it should boom. It should start working for us. We should start earning money. As I told you before, it took me 5 years to get to where I am now. Like it's been 7 years now, but to start earning money, to make a decent career out of it, it took me 5 years. So you cannot think that you can work for 1 year in this field and then you'll start earning. You can, if the luck is with you, but it takes a lot of skills and everything. So it will take time. But yes, it is possible. It's not impossible.
All right. Appreciate both of you joining us and speaking to us, and wishing you both all the best. And I'm sure the Prime Minister speaking with you is going to give a real fillip to this industry and the aspirants who want to be a part of it. Thank you so much.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.